things that eat you, that's a category. And you need that category. And the other category is also things that might eat you. So things that eat you, you know, those are things that can hurt you, and things that might eat you are things you haven't classified yet but might be dangerous. And so that's your brain's natural category, one of them. And then you might think, well, if that's the natural category, see, that's the sort of thing that the guy who wrote an ecological approach to visual perception, he talked about as an affordance. That was the word I couldn't remember last week. So an affordance is something whose meaning you instantly perceive. And so you might say, well, no, you see a cat, and then you infer that it might eat you. It's like, no. You see something that might eat you, and then you might be able to figure out that it's a cat. But it's the might eat you that you see first, not the damn cat. And so this is a fascinating phenomena, because it suggests, like the Heideggerians have proposed, that what you perceive first in the world is meanings, and out of the meanings you extract objects. It's not the other way around. And so if you look at the way your brain is organized, that's how it works, folks, because the more primordial your brain system is, which means the more ancient it is, the more tied it is into your survival, the more its perception is action predicated. You know, so for example, if you hear a loud noise behind you and you startle, that's your response. Well, you're going into a crouch that would make it difficult for a tiger to bite the front of your neck. And you do that, like that's before you're, it's way before you're thinking. It's before you're perceiving, you know, consciously. You're not getting images or sounds at that point. It's so quick. And that's a category. Things that make you go like this. And that's a good category. Now, the reason I'm making such a case about that category is that's one of the mythological categories. Is things that go bump in the night. And then one of the things that primordial people were trying to figure out is, you know, you could think of any old animal as figuring out how to escape from a predator. That isn't what human beings wanted to figure out. Not once we were able to abstract. What we wanted to do instead was to figure out how to escape from the class of all things that could eat you. Not just any particular old thing, but all of them at once. Like, that's the advantage to categorization. Can we arrange things so that nothing can eat us? Well, how do you go about doing that? Well, believe me, we've been working on that problem for a very, very, very long time.